Good day to you. Welcome on this fine Labor Day holiday. I received inspired information to share another tool or resource to aid you in your own well-being, to facilitate and accelerate your own wellness across every aspect of your life experience, past, present, and future. You may have heard of me talking about sound frequencies. You may have heard in the background of some of my other videos with a sound playing in the background. That sound is a solfeggio frequency. Some of them will have multiple frequencies. Others will just have one steady stream. Frequencies are measured in hertz. A lot of studies have been done through volunteers that have sought to find a holistic or greater remedy for their situation when they could not find external answers to assist them. The case studies, which are well documented, and you can do your Google search on it, measure hertz. And what they would do is they would turn the dial up to it until something occurred, some stimuli occurred. And then they would mark where it had its effect. They would also mark the outcome of how long the time frame of using those hertz for a steady period, and documented it in their journals, their neuroscience community, health magazines, psychology magazines, and it showed promising results. Now, I do not make any claims or promises or guarantees that what you are desiring most at this time to be healed of. The reason why is because a lot of times the sound frequency or even the Reiki treatment goes through a process, a gradual process. It may not jump immediately to that physical or physiological ailment that you might be having, or mental imbalance that you may be having, or an emotional imbalance that you may be having, but actually goes to the root that has caused it to occur in either your mind, your heart, or your body, or even your energetic field. Today, we're going to discuss a few of these hertz and sound frequencies and give you an understanding their number and what they promote. Okay? The reason why promote is typically used on holistic or supplements or alternative health medicine is because it promotes your own self to its own well-being. Okay? Mind you, even if I do Reiki for you and you become absolutely whole and well, it does not mean that I'm the one who has healed you. It means that your body has received through the allowing state of the frequency of your own level of healing. Okay? I'm just a facilitator. So anyone that says that I healed you, or through my practice you became well, it is not because of something I did. It's because of something that you allowed to occur to start the process, the gradual process of your own well-being and healing. Okay? And healing's not just physical or mental or emotional, it's also circumstances. How you experienced something, what attachments you might be holding on, some of the limiting beliefs that are standing in your way, some of the thoughts that we ponder on from day to day, routines and patternizations. You may experience some changes, you may experience some subtlety, energy flow, you may experience emotional release. It's completely natural, completely safe. It will not harm you. You are well protected. So let us dive into this. The sound frequencies I'm going to be talking about is called Solfeggio sound frequencies. And I want you to write that down. Solfeggio sound frequencies. So that after this video, I invite you to do your research. Commit to that research for your own well-being, okay? You will never have to worry about stepping foot into a doctor, a therapist, or any other arena that's going to pump you full of medication to get yourself well. Because you have your best doctor within you. You have your best therapist within you. You have your best holistic healer within you. We're just going to bring it to the surface and bring you into resonance and vibration and frequency of that, and allow the process of gradual wellness to culminate. Okay? So get ready, because you're probably going to experience some things that you probably forgot or didn't want to remember. It's okay. Assign no label, assign no judgment, assign no biased opinion, assign no limiting beliefs. Don't even speak a limiting belief about what you may resurface in your thoughts, in your emotions, or if something is triggering a physical response. Okay? Come to neutrality and calm and trust the process. Okay? If I were to prescribe you with anything within my field of experience, I would prescribe you to trust your higher self. Not your ego self, your higher self. Okay? Ego's the one that tells you what you can and can't do. Ego wants to be satisfied in the moment, and then it's no longer satisfied and looks for the next thing in order to get satisfied again for a very short time of period. Okay? Completely ignoring the thing that it was already satisfied with. We're reducing the noise of ego. Okay? We're increasing the vibratory and frequency level within ourselves to elevate. Okay? Cool. Let's do this. Sound frequencies promote relaxation, grounding, positioning oneself to their true, unique, higher self. We compound a lot of personalities, a lot of identities, a lot of labels, a lot of conditioning. We're going to sift through those conditioning, and we're going to release that which does not serve us anymore. You will know that it's not serving you well because it's making you unwell. It may have served for a small duration of time for either security, comfort, strength, courage, but it was only a facsimile of those. We're going to jump you into the actual frequency of those. Cool? Awesome. Get ready to embrace the unfamiliar knowingness. Okay? Remember, ego doesn't know what's going to occur. It only knows from its past and the power that you give it. So we shut it down. Just for time frame. Okay? As I said, sound frequencies are measured in hertz. You'll see Hz as a abbreviation for hertz. And the first one I want to talk about is 174. 174 hertz. 174 hertz is the grounding frequency. When we become unstable, our monkey mind is jumping around, our thoughts are chaotic, our emotions are a mess, our bodies are traumatizing our thoughts and our emotions. Experiences might be traumatizing our existence in the timeline. This frequency helps to ground, center, and balance into calm. Okay? So if you're not familiar with meditation or mindfulness or finding your still point, this will assist you. You just put on a pair of headphones, play 174 hertz, and let it do its thing. Gradually, you will jump into the frequency of 174 in grounding and calm and still point. Okay? This frequency is also measured to the vibratory frequency of the earth. It's like Earth's heartbeat. If you were to sit on ground, you literally are grounding yourself to the Earth's vibratory frequency. A lot of people will do meditation while they're seated. Some will do meditation laying down. Completely okay. There is no right or wrong way to position yourself. You can be standing. You have chakras in your feet that send energy out of your body to the earth to help you stay grounded. But sometimes we're moving so fast and we're ignoring it that we're jumping to the next thing and we hadn't been able to ground ourselves. This happens a lot when we come from an environment and that we gave it a label, didn't feel like it was a celebratory event, and we brought that energy with us to where we're going next. Whether it's home, whether it's night school, day school, whether it's picking the kids up from the pool or meeting with family members or friends, and they might say, "How are you? How are you feeling? You seem a little out of character." That's because you didn't take the time to go to your neutrality. Remember when I said neutrality is your actual resonance? Meaning that you're here, you're not jumping too high here, you're not jumping too low on the frequency, but at neutrality. That's where people get most familiar with you. If you're constantly in low frequency, they are familiar with your low frequency output. Through your low frequency thoughts, your low frequency emotions, your low frequency body mannerisms, your speech. It will sound a lot of negativity, negative statements, limiting beliefs, conditionings. Even when they come and share those things, I value your input, but I reject the energy that you are sending my way. That is your divine right. You do not have to accept everything that comes your way. You have the choice to choose to accept that and allow it or reject it. That's why Reiki can't be given to somebody without their approval or without their allowing to occur. When you allow, Reiki does its job. Same thing with sound frequencies. Sound frequencies can change to the brainwaves as well. So say that you're in a steady brainwave here, turn down a frequency, you will jump into a different brainwave that is best suited for the thing of that measured hertz. This is why it's highly recommended to not drive, operate machinery, or where you are required to use acute critical skills. Okay? It's best done when you can be free from disturbances or you can be in a relaxed. You can do chores, stuff like that. I recommend not messing around with like sharps or anything like that, but you can do that as well. This isn't saying that you have to be seated to just receive the benefits of it. You can still do other things throughout the day as long as it's not taking the choice to drive your vehicle or taking the choice to operate machinery or anything in that nature that requires um, more acute attention. Okay. 285 hertz. This is the cellular regeneration measurement of frequency. Okay. It means that it's going to vibrate the cells within your body and push out the cells that are bad for your body. A lot of times we don't even think at the cellular level, at the subatomic level, and that's where everything has stemmed into physical occurrence. Till ignore, and it gets to the point where you no longer can ignore. And it's a physical complication that actually requires medical attention. Okay? This is by no means a remedy to not see a doctor if you are already at the capacity that you need to see a physician or doctor or therapist, okay? Um, because they will be able to tell you where something is located at. Remember, we're not asking what it is, we're asking where it is. So we know where to provide treatment of that thing, okay? And you can use the sound frequencies for that, all right? When we ask what it is, our minds will start to formulate an identity, a label, and thrust it in our file cabinet, and it will stay in our forefront and stay in physiological form, and it will not heal because we've given it a label, because we were identified with what it is. Very rarely is what it is actually it, but rather a physiological symptom of a root issue. These frequencies go to the root issue, okay? Cellular regeneration, promotion of producing new healthy cells. Remember when I said drink water, it brings in new healthy cells that are just atoms into cellular structure and disperses throughout your body, and then it does like a cleanse and pushes things out of your body. This is the same kind of thing. Viruses, diseases cannot survive when you give it water. That's why I strongly urge you to drink plenty of clean drinking water. Okay. Make sure your clean drinking water doesn't have fluoride in it, though. Okay. No additional compounds or chemicals. If you have to buy water, I recommend spring water the most. Um, and again, you can hold it. You don't have to be attuned to it, but you can hold it with a clear mind and allow the energy to flow out of your palm chakras into the water and magnetize it. Okay. Um, Helps ridding the toxins in your body. Okay. We carry so much toxins in our body, and it's not just what we breathe. It's what we consume in physical form. It's what we perceive in octave form, and then we process thoughts on it. Thoughts could be toxic. Emotions can render toxins. They're all part of your bodies. You are a multi-bodied being. And remember, brain or mind, heart coherence, the body has to respond in kind. It's the trifecta. Okay. 396 hertz. This is the liberating frequency. That's right. This is the frequency that helps dissolve unconscious and subconscious blocks that are getting in the way of your well-being. In your mind, in your heart, in your physical body, in your energetic field, in your astral body. We can carry negative input in our astral bodies, not the source body that animates life. Okay. But it liberates you from strongholds, guilt, blame, shame, not measuring up, and every other aspect of fear. And that's what these are. They are, uh, think of a root that's growing into a plant, and the plant has different branches extending outward. Each one of those, the main root is fear. Then a branch of guilt, a branch of shame, a branch of blame, branch of doubt, insecurity, etc., etc. It all comes from fear. Um, some type of fear that we hold, that we have not let go yet. Uh, it also promotes positive mindset change, positive emotion set change, positive physical set change, destroying old patterns that no longer serve you. Um, Maybe addictions or habits that are really harmful, but you keep ignoring and just continuing to do it because you have been conditioned over a series of amount of time doing that activity or pattern or behavior for a lengthy amount of time. Well, now we are removing and augmenting those patterns for a greater value to occur. Remember, we release so something greater can come in. Okay? 417 hertz. Before you react, let me clarify the term of transformation, transmutation. Transformation means the cellular structure within your body, the cellular structure within your energetic body, within your mind body, within your heart body, is what transforms. Your image, the image you hold of yourself, transforms. If you've had battling issues with appreciating you for you, or seeing yourself as an attractive person, and I'm not saying vanity, I'm not saying seeing yourself as the most attractive person, I'm saying rendering yourself with genuine love, expressiveness of love, and appreciating your body and all that it does for you, all that it aids to help sustain you. Okay? Once you change the thoughts within yourself of how you see yourself, your external environment will reflect the same. Yeah, it all starts within you. Yep, just as well as your wellness. Okay. Personal transformation often used during times of mindfulness, meditation, stillness, tranquility, seeking clarity, discernment, or higher understanding of something that it occurs that to the ego it's perplexing, but really it's very simple. We just have to rise from the ego and see from a more bigger, higher objective view, and actually you will see through what is actually occurring, and you will celebrate all of the things that you have experienced. You will celebrate the strengths, you will celebrate the challenges, because all of them were potentials for growing you into the person you are currently, and then moving from that current state into higher elevated state to become your ideal best self. Okay. A lot of it does have to do with loving you, appreciating you, um, giving gratitude to everything, seeing every single thing in your experience as a blessing rather than a negative thing. And this isn't just about thinking positive. This is actually transforming your thoughts, transforming your emotions, transforming excuse me, your multi-bodied self to accept that reality that everything in existence is a blessing. Everything in existence is helping you to see what is within yourself, that it may be addressed, expressed, and released. Okay? These hurts help releasing those. Okay? Transmutation. Transmutation is the conscious effort to change the energetic signature that you have assigned something. Okay? And instead of seeing it as you had assigned it, you now choose to assign it a greater value, not a greater um, expectation, but a greater value. Okay, for yourself and that you project to other people. Okay, that is 417 hertz. I love this frequency. Okay, this is the heart frequency. And I'm not just talking about your physical heart, I'm talking about your spirit heart frequency. 528 hertz, often known as the heart frequency, promoting also DNA repair. Remember when I said ancestral thoughts, ancestral emotions, ancestral actions passed down through their lineage, and they receive that which has been unresolved, and now you take that upon yourself? That is where DNA repair comes in at. Okay? It also boosts the natural healing process of the body, the mind, and the spiritual heart, as well as your astral body and energetic aura. We trap a lot of energy in our aura, and when we are well protected, it's because it's in our aura, and at some point we allow a part of us to be open and receptive and allow, and pieces filter into us. Okay? Connectedness. It is at the heart where you feel connected to all living things. Everybody and every living thing, plant, animal, you name it. It is in the spirit heart where you feel connected. Okay? Sometimes we feel disconnected. Sometimes we feel an illusion of being alone or loneliness, and it presents the idea that we are disconnected, but you're never disconnected. It's just an illusion that you are. You are always connected. But now we bring our awareness of higher openness and understanding to a greater connectedness and actually see the reality of what is actually occurring, and we are connected to every single thing. Everything. You're connected to me, I'm connected to you, and everyone that you are connected to, I am also connected to through you. Uh-huh. So if I were to send Reiki to you, and you were to hold hands with another person, they would still receive that transmission if they were open, allowing, and receiving. Yep. I don't have to be there in person to do it. That's the beauty of connectedness. That's why I love 528 hertz. If I feel troubled or anything like that, if I feel like a storm is brewing inside, I'm going to flip on a pair of headphones and listen to this frequency probably for about 25-30 minutes. And I'd say 25-30 minutes because the first 15 to 20 minutes become the discomfort because it's breaking out of that familiarity of pattern. That 25 to 30 minutes, you push past those initial discomforting interruptions of patterns and just keep going. Probably listen to it every single day for a couple weeks. In fact, I would encourage you 1 hour of your day to listen to, let's see, there's 60 minutes in an hour. So 6 frequencies. No, that would only give you 10 minutes. So 3 frequencies per hour. And this will create a foundation, okay? This will create a foundation to build on, all right? Pick 3 frequencies. Listen to each one for 20 minutes. Take a break. Go for a walk. This is best done if you have a lot of free time in that day. I will not be one to accept the idea that there is not enough time in your day to make yourself well. That's excuses of the ego, because you're probably not even observing what you are doing in the time that you have, or what time you are utilizing for something other than actually making yourself well. Okay. Um, Never tell me that you don't have time, because you always have time. Always. Why? Because time is an illusionary state. We can say we have no time, but we spent like 5 or 6 minutes on our phone playing a game, or surfing Facebook, or YouTube videos for that duration of time. Then we jump to work, and our breather is jump back to that device. You're utilizing time essential for making yourself well. So I will never accept that there is no time in your day. Okay? That doesn't mean I love you any less, or I care any less about you. It's that I'm telling your ego, don't tell me what you think you know. Okay? I love the real you because I see the shining light that you actually are within you. 639 hertz. This is a complementary frequency that works in tandem with 528 hertz, the heart frequency. This is in building and repairing relationships, and I'm not talking just like dating relationships or intimate relationships. I'm talking about either mending, forgiving, releasing, or creating meaningful relationships that greater serve your highest potential in your path that you are traveling. Okay? Everything that you experience is going to show up as the purpose that you have in your life. Everything. It's just training you for it. Okay? See challenges and obstacles as a blessing, and you'll see how much it's training you for your actual true purpose in life. Okay? Building and repairing meaningful relationships, coworkers, school, student-teacher relationship, classmates, social circles. As you listen to this, you're going to start seeing from a higher perspective of those that are actually helping you get well and those that are trying to keep you down. And you'll notice it. As you jump into these frequencies and you actually do them, you're going to see bigger. Yep. So 3 frequencies for 1 hour. Take a break. Go for a walk. Drink some water. Drink some water. Okay? Have a snack. Probably high vibrational food like fruit. Maybe a healthy granola bar. Maybe some watermelon and blueberries. I'm getting the input of watermelon and blueberries. Someone out there is going to need that for some reason. Whether it's a cleanse to push through that plateau that's been hitting a block, but go ahead and do that. You can eat it as is, or you can make it into a smoothie or a juicing it. I recommend the seedless watermelons. Just saying. um, but building relationships. You might have experienced relationships and you're trying to ask yourself why things didn't work out, what was happening, and you were stuck in the moment because of the feeling and the experience that you were receiving from it that you couldn't see clearly. Because when we are jarred, we're not even using logic, reasoning, or critical thinking. We're using response. We're using reactiveness. Reactiveness resides in ego. When you don't react to a situation that is tempting you to do so, the person who's trying to give that gift is actually holding on to that gift still. That energy that they were trying to push towards you, or that conditioning, that limiting belief, stays with them. Yeah. 741 hertz. This is promotion of communication, not just talking, but actually talking with truth in your words. Opening communication to the capacity to speak your actual inner truth rather than the conditioning ideal of reality truth. Okay? Remember, the things that we are brought into us from our external can be a truth within a veil. Okay? This breaks through that veil. Mm-hmm. Whether it's expressing your true self, this also helps with detoxing the body, your mind, the words that you use when you express your feelings, or when you render an observation of something that occurs in your experience, whether it's directly to you or it's in your purview of something, and you're viewing it as an interaction between other people. And yourself, how you speak about yourself, what you think about yourself. This helps to clarify between the pseudo-self that everyone has become used to knowing and the real true self that has been hidden under it all. Yep. Sorry, there's a bit of a wind pickup out here, and I'm trying to keep my... If I didn't use notes today, I would probably jargon all of these and probably mix the frequencies, but I do know them, so I want to give you as much information. Let me retract that. I want to give you enough working information to facilitate the process of starting to make yourself well or build up from. Okay. 852 hertz. This promotes accessing higher. Remember when I said higher? Higher. Spiritual connectedness, knowing, elevated clarity, discernment, intuitive insight, and can also help tap into your innate spiritual gifts. I'm not going to define the gifts because I don't know what gift you hold within you, other than the gift of love, compassion, forgiveness, peace, blessings, truth, courage, strength, and everything else that you came here with that everybody else has. But you have a unique gift that is within you that no one else has, or no one else can utilize to the best of their ability as you can. Okay? Elevated consciousness. When I state higher consciousness, I'm not saying higher self-mind. I'm saying higher consciousness that jumps into higher dimension of knowing. Very few that are stuck in ego will reach up to this point of elevated consciousness because they love what they think they know. Because the ego loves to keep them trapped in the same hamster wheel of thinking what they know. Okay? This pushes beyond those limitations of carnal thoughts, those limitations of ego thoughts, egoic selves. Okay? Um, it also aids you in connecting with your true higher self, the being within you. Remember, I said we're multiple bodies? Besides our mind, besides our heart, besides our physical body, our energetic body, our astral body, your higher self is within you. Not talking about your source self, which is the spark that gives life and animates your body. Okay? Your higher self. You will know when you meet your higher self because it will never render judgment towards you. It will never make you feel anything less than worthy. It will encourage, it will give you comfort. It will be in a sense of serenity and bliss. And I can only use these words because I know that some of you will identify with these words. But I really can't put into words in full context of what you will experience when you meet your higher self. Only what I have experienced when I have met my higher self. The true higher self within me. That's literally shedding the identities of everything that I absorbed as if they were me and breaking through plateaus every single day. And I'll know it because something of the day will bring something out. And I'm like, I'm choosing not to react to that, but I see how that can be within me. And now I'm going to send energy to that thing. Positive Reiki energy or frequency to that thing. And let it work through. Yeah. Accessing higher spiritual knowing, 852 hertz. You're going to have two different types of descriptions of this hertz. Some will call it the God frequency. Some will call it the divine frequency. Some will call it source frequency. This is the frequency that confirms with you that you are never separated. That there's no such thing as ever being separated. This is your connection to the divine frequency. Yeah. Everything out there in religious sanctions is made up of metaphorical information. Not denying that some people had actually came as a physical representation of it, but all the physical representation is a projection within another. The external environment doesn't exist without you projecting what you have within you. Some people think their soul is within their body or their spirit is within their body, but rather your body is in your spirit. And he, the spark of life, dwells within you. That spark of life comes from original source. This promotes and facilitates a deeper connection with your higher spiritual dimensions. And there are quite a bit of higher dimensions that very few that are still lost ever tap into. And when they do accidentally or unintentionally, well, I don't actually think anything's an accident. I think something in them is trying to get brought to their purview and in the best way that they're going to be receptive to it. But then they're trapped with fear because they've had the conditioning of what is and what isn't. When you let go of fear and trust the unknowing, you wake up into a completely different understanding of reality. I'm not saying it's fake reality. I'm saying it's the reality that is non-ordinary. The ordinary reality is what the masses perceive reality to be as. But very few actually pierce through the illusion of what reality actually is. Higher dimensional realms fosters the beginning path of enlightenment. Enlightenment is knowing thyself in its fullness. That's what it is. People think that they're on a spiritual journey to become spiritual. No, you're already spiritual. You're just in a physical body trying to reconnect to that spiritual thing that you already are. You're having a physical experience in a very, very sophisticated virtual reality of life. If I were to open this here in a spiritual dimension and push forward, it would be like two ocular projections pointing outward of everything that is held within. To trees, to manufactured items, to the birds in the sky, the water in the creek. It's all a projection. Always has been. And our bodies respond because our brains have been conditioned through the electrical impulses in decoding and encoding that this is what it's supposed to feel like. This is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it's supposed to smell like. This is what it's supposed to taste like. Hear like. See like. When you shut down that and go within, it's so much greater, so much grander, so much more. And you actually end up connecting to every single thing. Connecting to the life force within a tree. Connecting into the natural vibratory state of flowing water. The love that comes from the sun shining down on us. The moon greeting us at night. It's amazing. It is amazing. 963. Divine connectedness. 3 hertz. Three frequencies. 20 minutes per hour. 20 minutes per frequency with 3 of them per hour. Okay? Give a break. Relax. Come back. Use another frequency. Do the same thing for another hour. Do it for multiple days. And watch how a change occurs within you. Because you'll know a change is occurring within you. Because your outside environment is going to resonate with the change that is occurring within you. And you're going to see it. Because you are projecting the change out there from making a change within you. Alright? Frequencies. Try them out. You can go on YouTube and type in one of these frequencies that I mentioned, and you might find a sound frequency out there. Right now I have a frequency in the background. This is actually a shamanic frequency modulation. Resonance that calls back your pieces that you've given out to become whole. Okay. Trust within yourself. When you trust within you, it is easier to see when something is not being truthful out there. Remember, the devil is in the details. Okay? That means that the illusionary state of our physical environment isn't as it seems. To really understand our external environment, we have to understand our internal environment. So introspect, meditate, journal, contemplate on those difficult questions that keep rising. You'll know that it's a question meant to come out of you and that you're supposed to find the answer within you when everyone around you only gives you a partial answer to the actual fullness of that question that you are seeking. And you'll know it's a partial answer because you will never be satisfied with the answers that you get from other people. That answer is in you. Dig. Go in there and release yourself from the strongholds, limiting beliefs, and conditions that have made you unwell. I love you. Be well, be well, be well.